Okay, so we are back, and today's video we are going to do some more analysis in the YouTube boxing scene. Now, I saw a video, one of you guys actually sent this to me, so again, thank you guys for sending me these videos to watch and break down and react to. I really appreciate it. It helps the channel out. You guys help me out, and I love doing this. Anyway, Vidal Riley, our resident favorite boxer in the YouTube scene, he's done a video talking about Logan's boxing ability and his trajectory in boxing, how much he can get better, how much better he has gotten. And I was freaking out a little bit. I thought I was going crazy because I had this idea that Logan Paul should be better than he is at this stage compared to Jake, right? Compared to other fighters that have been doing it as long as he has. Finally, thank God, Viddal has come out and said something similar. I'm going to show you guys what Viddal said. We're going to break down exactly what he means by it. So let's get into this video. Vidal Riley says Logan Paul should give up boxing. I tend to agree with him, but I'm going to give Logan the benefit of the doubt. Let's see what Vidal's got to say.
I gotta check out Vidal's space for a second here, man. I got to give him props. The Biggie poster over the right shoulder. I think that's Roy Jones Jr. above his head. He's got the chain on, the Tottenham Spurs. I know soccer. To be fair, I only know that from playing FIFA.
Logan has always looked good in training. Well, I say that, but I mean, when I thought he just started boxing recently. And how much
He's like, yeah, man, Logan looks great in training. Well, when he had just first started and he could actually put on his gloves and move a fist in a forward motion, yeah, he looked good. It looked good. Now, not so much.
Now he still looks the same. He now looks bad. That's kind of how life works, right? What's good then isn't good now. And if the people around you get better, then your good then becomes bad.
Vidal could have stopped the video right here because he just summed it up perfectly as to why I say this, and I'm sure the reason he says this about Logan Paul. As the YouTube boxing scene began and you saw guys like Logan and Jake and KSI and Deji and all these guys get into the YouTube boxing scene, Logan looked to be the one that caught on the quickest. He was fast, he had a great jab, he had the physical attributes too. He's big, he's strong, he's got a long reach, wide frame. So all that stuff, when you saw him in the first boxing match with KSI, you were like, oh, this guy's he's gonna learn this sport pretty quickly. But over that course, this has been almost, I guess, 3 years now, maybe even more, Logan hasn't developed like a guy like Jake has, or even KSI for that matter. Maybe it's not clicking with you the way it should. These other guys are gonna go by you. And one of those guys, in my opinion, the guy that's just left Logan in the dust is his younger brother, Jake.
And that's basically what's happened, because now we can look at his brother, like for like, someone who started boxing around the same time and be like, wow, your brother is way better than you.
Yep. He
looks bad now, but really, he's just doing the same shit. But
that's an important point, though. Really, listen to what Vidal says.
He's just doing the same shit.
This is going to go into that argument of if it's on purpose and he just feels like the skills that he has developed or the skills that he has are enough. I'm gonna be spoiler alert for you guys. They're fucking not, especially against Floyd Mayweather. And he just doesn't want to continue to learn, or he doesn't feel like he needs to, or the fact that he just can't. And he has to rely on those skills that he has because he's not necessarily cut out for this.
Found this this clip on Twitch Extreme channel, so thanks.
Twitch Extreme. Not exactly sure what the profile picture is. Is that an alien? Is that the Atom Ray Palmer? I don't know. I don't know what that is. 4.12K subscribers. Hey, listen up. Listen. Just hit 4K. Appreciate you guys. Love you. We're coming for you, Twitch Extreme. I'm telling you. Tell him I'm coming.
Come on, Logan. There we go. Come on, Logan. There we go. Come on, Logan.
That's not... It's not bad training. Just to start off, it's not bad training. The bands could have been a bit higher.
I was going to say that. I felt like the bands had there was no reason for Logan to have the bands on if they were going to be that low. This plays into what Logan does. Watch the way he throws punches here versus how he throws punches in real life. He doesn't throw high. He doesn't have a high guard. He never has his hands all the way up, right? Now he'll block and he'll cover up sometimes, but this might just play into what Logan, again, is doing the same shit. He's throwing from the waist, but it doesn't make sense if you're trying to get better. And that's my whole issue with this thing.
Next is the pad work. And this is where things...
Yeah, I don't know what this is, man.
There's no bend in man's knees. I can tell by the way he's moving his torso that there's no bend in his knees. This might be part of the reason why boss don't throw no bang.
Logan not bending his knees and not being able to be in a more athletic position, a more grounded central position. He's a tall guy. Is detrimental for a couple of reasons. He can't move. If Floyd wants to hit him to the body and Logan stands there flat-footed, Floyd will rip up his body for 3-4 rounds before he even decides to go to the head. Because Logan's going to give it to him. He's not going to move. He can't slide out of the way with those freaking stilts he's got for legs just standing there. Also, what Vidal said, it contributes to his power. If he's standing there, again, flat-footed, he has no power. Power is generated from the floor, twisting that back foot and exploding forward with a quick twitch. It doesn't just happen by throwing the shot out there, standing straight up.
Everything is easy to do when you want to do it.
That's a good point.
You know what I mean? When you want to do it, or you're in the best position to do it, that's when people want to do things. But that's not when it matters. It matters when you don't want to do it. It matters when you're uncomfortable, but still have to remember to do it correctly. That's when it matters. And that's why there's a lot of pad work these days that look great on socials.
Woo!
Immaculate on socials. And when the fighters get in the ring, they can't do it.
Listen, I don't even know if I could put it better than that. Vidal basically talking that talk. This shoulder rolling, the slipping and rolling underneath, all that looks good on camera. And it all looks good when a guy is throwing out these punches where he's just kind of tapping, you doing this. You're not countering. You're not tired. You're not in a situation where if you miss one of these fancy little shoulder rolls, or you don't get that shoulder high enough, you get clipped on the chin, that you're going to pay for it, because you're not in that situation. And maybe that's for a reason. Give Logan his credit. Maybe he just doesn't want to show too much. Fine. But if Logan can do that stuff when he's uncomfortable, that's when it matters. We've seen that Logan has a couple of issues on the night of the fight, one being his fatigue. When he gets fatigued, he has to make that decision. Does he want to continue to fight? Does he want to continue to stay in there, dig down deep, and really pull out whatever's left in the gas tank? Or is he okay to cruise, lose a decision, and go, you know what, I tried my best? When really, right here, he didn't have it. That's a big thing that Logan's always struggled with. KSI is the only example of this, but it's the only guy he's fought, and it happened twice. When a guy didn't fall from your first couple of shots, or when you weren't confident enough to let shots go because you were afraid of getting tired and getting put in that same position that you were in the first fight, you froze. This is that face Logan makes when he gets his Maverick merch shipment in and he checks out all the clothing and he realizes they don't have kid sizes, so he can't sell any of them. He's like, you forgot the kid sizes? Bro, how are we supposed to sell anything if 12-year-olds aren't buying it? What the hell? I had to move my camera here, guys, because look at this punishment. This punishment that Logan's taking from his boxing coach. Look at this heat he's throwing with that pad. Check it. Why is he making that face?
Hardly. Looks a bit soft, that pad. Looks a bit soft, that pad there, you know. He's doing a bit of water work now as well.
Okay, nice. Again, these YouTubers, they're not good at everything. I hate to say it. Perfect example, Logan in his slow-mo Instagram video trying to prove his point, make his audition for Baywatch 2022. There was a reason that Logan got left on the cutting room floor in the last Baywatch movie, and it's probably the same reason that Floyd's going to leave him on the floor in their boxing match. He's not cut out for this.
See him on the heavy bag here. He just does like a lot of, there's a lot of work rate. Yeah, there's there's a lot of work rate. Even that, what I just froze the video.
Look at his left hand.
It's 40, and look, man's throwing a right uppercut. Left hand chilling.
Chilling.
By the abs. Chilling.
Guys, it's really simple. This type of shit will get you knocked out. Logan's not walking in doing that and beating Floyd Mayweather. We can pause it at any point. Look, boom, boom, boom. His left hand stays down the entire time. He throws like this. He thinks he's faster and better than he is. And I'm telling you, against a guy like Floyd, again, 40 pounds, 70 pounds, it doesn't matter. Logan does this shit, whatever round you want to put it in, Floyd will put him on the canvas.
It's just some people have it and some people don't. I'm a true believer in that. I believe some people work really hard and never have it.
Facts.
Some people work a little bit hard and have it. Some people have it and work really hard. And they're the people that are the stars of their generation.
I want you guys to understand, I've never said that Logan and Jake don't work hard. We could take a by comparison. Look at this. Look at Jake. Listen, you guys know I'm not the first guy to compliment Jake Paul, but his ability to improve vastly outpaces Logan Paul. Like, he's doing things that you see in somewhat legitimate fights where you're, oh, okay, Jake's pulling and countering. Jake's moving his head. Jake's patient moving backward. If you pressure guys like Jake Paul, he's not necessarily as scared of that. Yeah, it throws him off for a second, but he makes the read. He did it against Nate. He did it against Gibb. He can fight going forward. He did it against Edgy. He understands when and how to throw his right hand accurately. He has the overhand. He has the uppercut. He has a straight right. All those shots have landed, and they've landed clean. He's accurate. He's precise. And he has a decent gas tank, at least from what we've seen. So again, the improvements are there for Jake. Logan, I would say, started better and has regressed or stayed the same. I don't know if it's because he can't do it or just doesn't feel like he needs to, but either way, what Vidal's saying is probably true. He just doesn't have it.
The boxing thing's not for him, man. There's just too many wide punches. They're all quick, but there's nothing in it. There's no weight in his punches. Yeah, Logan's not cut out for boxing, man.
Dang.
He hasn't got it.
Woo.
Floyd, don't matter if Floyd is smaller than him or not. You think you can come to Floyd with them wide, quick punches or just the little scare jab?
Dang! If you're a guy like Vidal, a legitimate world champion level fighter, at some point in his career, I guarantee you he grabs a belt. You have to get annoyed continuing to have to give time and credence to these guys that aren't on your level. Like people asking Vidal to react to a Logan Paul sparring video. Like, Vidal just wants to go in there and whip ass and collect checks. I guarantee it. I know he's a part of the YouTube scene and fair play. He did this video. But you can tell he's frustrated with this. And I remember even Logan saying like, oh, after I beat KSI, his trainer can get it. Logan was smoking fucking crack. If he ever thinks that he could step in a ring with Vidal and not leave on a stretcher, he would stretch that guy as soon as the bell rang, like a high school PE class. That's what Vidal would do to Logan Paul. But yeah, I just think that Vidal is probably a little frustrated with seeing this stuff and knowing the skills that truly need to be possessed to go in there with a world-class fighter, and then watching Logan do some of the stuff he does. I can't say that I disagree with him. I don't think Logan's cut out for this either, but, you know, it is what it is.
But no, the people that are giving Logan a chance, boxing-wise, crazy people.
All right, so put simply, man, Vidal, I don't disagree with him with a lot of stuff that he said here. The only thing I could possibly get out of this that maybe myself and Vidal are wrong about is that Logan is only showing a portion of his training camp for a reason. We haven't seen him spar this camp at all. I've seen him spar before, and it's kind of the same stuff we see in these training videos, you know, stiff at the knees. Again, wide shots, they hit kind of slappy. I've always said that Logan's hooks and his shots are really slappy. So again, maybe there's more that we're not seeing, and I'm sure there is, and I'd love to see more of that footage. I'd love to break that footage down, but I did want to show you guys what a world-class championship-level fighter says about Logan's technique, his skill, his work rate, all that stuff, combined with the fact that he's been doing this for 2 or 3 years now, because when I say it, it feels like no one really believes me or that I'm talking out of my ass. But now I can kind of say, listen, I'm not the only one that says this. So shout out to Vidal for this video, man. He breaks down exactly what it is that Logan struggles with. But the question remains, should Logan quit boxing? I wouldn't say he should quit boxing altogether. If he wants to box, let the guy box. But should he quit boxing at this level with guys like Floyd Mayweather? Probably. As a matter of fact, he probably shouldn't box Jake at this rate because, I hate to say it, but Jake would probably hurt him. You guys let me know down below. I appreciate you guys watching. Peace.